Hello, cosmonauts. Today we are going to be exploring what Reddit asked. What's the strangest thing you have seen someone do at the gym? Answer 1. I used to go to a gym that, in retrospect, was 100% a hookup spot for older, closeted gay men. Silly young Niav me. I just thought that all gyms had the every comfortable with my naked self old men. But as I started going to other gyms as I got older, I saw that I was very wrong. Every day I went, I'd see at least 5 men 50 plus or older just hanging dong and literally doing nothing in the locker room. I'd only go in and out to use the bathroom, so I would assume they were in the middle of changing or something. The same gym, there was an older Asian woman who would come to the gym completely decked out in like a $200 plus gym outfit, with her hair and makeup done like she was going out for the night. She would sit down on a machine and never even do anything remotely looking like exercise. This was back in the early 2000s, so she didn't have a phone and wasn't an influencer or anything like that. I think about her all the time and wonder what her deal was. She didn't show up with anyone else, so it's not like she was going to be a cheerleader for her husband or anything. She showed up by herself and just sat and did nothing. I always thought she was looking to get hit on. But little did she know, the gym was full of old gay dudes who probably wanted nothing to do with her. Or maybe her husband was hiding out in the showers all the time and that's why I never saw him. I was talking to one of my friends who I used to work out with at that gym. He, independently of me, came to the same conclusion about it being a hot spot for older gay men. Answer 2. There's some dude at my gym that gets on the elliptical and talks very, very loudly. Borderline yelling. Just weird-ass random shit for like an hour straight. I got on the machine next to him one time and fuck, that was awkward. He was talking about Snoop Dogg, homosexuals, the King of England, etc. Just all random, and then every few seconds he just laughs real loud. I'm surprised they haven't kicked him out. Answer 3. As a veteran, I think we all have mental scars of the 80-year-old retirees in the gym. Out on the floor, they are just talking and resting, napping on the machine you need. In the locker rooms, the horrors begin. They will walk up to you and talk, bare-ass naked. They'll dig around in the locker next to you the whole time you are getting dressed, with their ancient wrinkled dick facing you. When you finally leave, you'll see that the locker was empty the whole time. They hike a foot up on the counter and use the hairdryer to blow dry their crusty balls. Answer 4. There is an older dude I see sometimes that kinda interpretive dances with the elliptical machine. He never just gets on and uses it. He hops on one side and does a couple pumps, then hops off and pushes a couple rotations with his hand, then hops on backwards, hops off and kinda dances. He just keeps going at it for 30 minutes or so, randomly using the machine in every way, except how it was intended to be used. I have not seen him use another machine, just pace around. I once saw him in the parking lot and he was parked at a very odd angle to a planter bed that was not a parking spot. Dude is definitely marching to the beat of his own drummer. Answer 5. I had an older gentleman, late 60s, ESL, from the Philippines, very thin, come up to me and ask me in broken English if he could watch me work out, so I let him. He followed me to every exercise and would take notes, smile, and say thank you after each set. At the end of my workout, he came up to me and asked what days and times I go to the gym. This started getting more weirder by the moment, but I was truthful with him. Fast forward to the next day. There he was doing the exact workout I did the day before. He came up to me and said hello and asked to watch me again. He did this for a few days straight. Basically, he had no idea what to do for workouts or how to ask for help like assistance with them, so he wanted to use mine. Totally creeped out at first, but that dude still goes to the gym to this day and he always says hi to me. He even got the same headphones as me now, and always has a huge smile on his face. Weirdest but most sincere compliments I've ever had at the gym. Answer 6. I didn't see it happen, but I saw the video as my boy was the security at the gym. Some women working out, and she goes up to get something. A guy runs over and either licks or puts his face in the seat she was in. She must have seen him do this, so she reported him. My friend had to escort him out when he put up a bit of a fight, saying, "Why, my boy's like, man, you know what you did to that women's workout equipment." Didn't even argue, just got banned from all major gyms in the city. The same security company manager most gyms in the city. Answer 7. Worked overnights at a gym for about 2 years, and I could list many things. The funniest, while closing up certain parts of a gym in this particular case, was the family changing room. No one is supposed to be in there during my shift, additionally not having kids or some disability, so just yet another couple having sex, which these ones could definitely be heard. Knocking on the door, after rounding up the whole night crew to be outside the door for an extra laugh, the girl opens the door, apologies, and made some BS excuse about helping who she claimed to be her brother. Pretty much caught people having sex in every room. Most disgusting, never used the gym towels. In the bathroom while cleaning, found a stack of towels covered in shit, and some in blood, all dripping wet with what I hope was just water crammed behind the handicap stall toilet. Also, side note, If you're cheating on your wife who you also bring to the gym along with your kids, the whole staff knows. Answer 8. I once saw a really pretty young blonde woman, she can't have been any older than 23, wearing skin-tight white leggings and a sports bra walking at snail speed on the treadmill. She looked like a model, but it was kind of like she was just there to show off her looks and not actually work out. It was more weird the more I watched her just walk extremely slowly on the treadmill, and then she left. About 30 minutes later, it was like watching a Barbie doll. And there I was next to her, running my 10K sweating buckets, 2 different types of women. Hey you, if you enjoying the video, subscribe for more histories. Answer 9. There's this person in my gym who comes in, covered head to toe and does bizarre exercises. Full spandex on legs, shoes, gloves, then a big sweatshirt with the hood up, sunglasses wrapping the hood to her face, and a face mask on. She will use the bench press benches to do some kind of step-up exercise using 3 of 4 sets of dumbbells and/or barbells at once, using all this equipment so nobody else can. Occasionally, I will see her flailing a cable around in some weird variation or walking backwards on the Stairmaster. I've never seen her with more than a small amount of her skin exposed at all, even in the summer. Answer 10. What I thought was one guy blowing another guy in the showers. The guy doing the blowing has a slight but athletically muscled build. Then I noticed he had a pussy. She, whatever was trans. I was really confused. Was that really gay since it was a female, so probably not. But then it looked like a guy, so probably was. But if the guy being blown fucked her, it wouldn't be gay. But he would be looking at a guy, so it would be gay, right? What fucking world did I just walk into? Answer 11. The sushi master. This large, older, homeless man would sleep on one of the benches. He would snore loudly. When I walked by him, he would jump into reality and offer to move if I needed the bench. He would randomly pull out sushi and eat it in between sets on the bench press. Answer 12. Saw this older guy 70s that would get to the gym and would walk on the treadmill in jeans and penny loafers, which I thought was a bit odd. Then, this legend would put 5 pounds on the cable pull-down machine and shadow box for about 10 minutes. I was always so excited when he would walk in because I knew he was going to put on a show. Answer 13 at the strangest but disgusting one. I noticed a new guy in the gym. He was about 14 to 16 years old. He was walking around the gym, trying various machines, lifting dumbbells, weights, just trying out everything. And you know, all these weights are the dirtiest shit you can put your hands on. You have no clue what the person before you had done with their hands. Scratched their balls, asshole, maybe they have some kind of skin disease, maybe went to the bathroom, took a shit and didn't wash their hands and went back to work out. You never know. In short, all the equipment in the gym is disgusting. So, after about 1 hour of training, I saw the same new guy biting his fucking nails. His fucking fingers were in his mouth and he was biting them madly. I hope that he survived after this one. Answer 14. Been a gym goer for 30 years, seen many strange things, but a few weeks ago I witnessed by far the strangest. I went to use the urinal, and as I am going, a younger man passes behind from out of the stalls. Naked, not even shoes around the restroom. That's not the strange part. As I go to wash my hands, he is standing there, full attention with member in hand, taking selfies in front of the mirror. I looked at him, no eye contact of course, and said, "What the F is wrong with you, man?" Info was shared with the manager. Turns out several people had complained about him doing the same thing that day. He is now banned from the gym. Answer 15. Once I saw a guy they working out like any other sane person, until I looked down and had no shoes or socks on, barefoot touching the floor. He didn't even bother to grab a mat. That made me sure to hang my stuff when possible and disinfect them when I get home.
Answer 16. I was lifting by the dumbbell racks when I stopped to take a break. When I looked up, I saw the backside of someone wearing a thick jacket. It was spring, almost summer, and low-hanging jean shorts. I thought he was just adjusting his pants. Nope. When he turned around, I saw not only were his pants down, but he had boxers that were shredded to bits at the front. He had maybe 2 or 3 thin strings of fabric keeping it together. His dick was fully out and visible. He seemed oblivious as he walked by me and through the gym with his dick still out. I turned to the guy next to me and mouthed, "You see that?" And he nodded and shrugged. Later on, from the staff I was friendly with, said that he walked up to a group of women and started taking their weights off the bar. They shouted at him multiple times before he realized what was happening. He went, "Huh?" and then left. He also walked up to a girl doing pull-ups and grabbed her by the waist. She seized up and let go of the bar. He was kicked out in about 15 or so minutes.
Answer 17. My gym pet peeve is basically that urinal meme, except with the lockers. I don't get the psychology behind it, but guys love to bunch up together when there's abundant space. No matter where I put my lock, some guy will invariably walk past 30 unoccupied lockers and put his on the one that's adjacent to mine. Every single day, but somehow always a different guy. Then he'll come over later when I'm getting dressed and ask if I can make room so he can get to his. Dude, you did this to yourself. The most ridiculous one was when a guy asked me to move for him and he hadn't even put anything in the locker yet. Answer 18. I took a weightlifting class when I was in college, and I guess my class would coincide with this one guy's workout. He would come in and wearing these super dark sunglasses. He would do a bunch of sets of the only exercise I ever saw him do, barbell lunges. He would load up what I thought was a lot of weight, maybe 150 to 200 pounds, and do like 3 sets of 10 lunges, then leave. We always wondered why he wore dark glasses BC. This was one of those gyms that had been built in the 40s and it wasn't all that well lit. One day he comes in without the sunglasses and we're all surprised and kind of staring at him. We figured out why he wore the sunglasses. As soon as he went into the lunge, I swear his eyes popped out of their sockets a good 2 centimeters. It looked like that scene in Total Recall when Arnold first gets tossed out into the Mars landscape without the oxygen. It was highly disturbing. Answer 19. I have worked in the gym industry for 20 years now. Many years at big corporate places like 24 Hour and Lifetime, and now I own my own gym. Good God, have I seen some weird shit. Woman shaving her legs in the public hot tub at 24 Hour. Guy resting his junk on the granite countertop while he would get ready and blow dry his hair at Lifetime. Attempted waffle stomping shit down the shower drain at Lifetime. Towels with shit streaks on them because someone decided to floss their ass with a towel instead of using toilet paper. A guy we called Spider-Man because he would use the weight of a cable crossover machine to propel him in a launch off the ground into the air. Of course, there's always catching people having sex. In general, people are fucking weird, man. Answer 20. I worked at a health club in the 90s as a pool lifeguard, and it was a wild place. First was the old Chinese lady who always shaved her legs in the steam room. The manager told me I had to go in there and tell her she couldn't do that anymore, and this lady went full-on feral on my 17-year-old ass. Second was the water aerobics instructor who taught classes after I closed the pool at the end of open swim. Before I closed the pool, I always had to test the chlorine and pH levels and add some chlorine before I left. As I was doing my damn job, this old angry lady screamed at me, "You will not add those chemicals while my ladies are in this pool." Okay, lady. Enjoy swimming and piss and shit. Speaking of shit, I had a little kid take a dump in the pool and act like he didn't speak English when I told him to get out of the pool. I had to clear the pool, fish a turd out, then add some heavy chemicals to sanitize the water. Kid's dad didn't say or do anything. And finally, our health club made the news because one of our members was caught filming men in the locker room. He would bring a hidden camcorder in the locker room that was poking out of a duffel, then head to the hot tub and hang out for an hour, then head back to the locker room and leave. When they finally arrested him, he apparently had somewhere like 800 hours of footage from inside the locker room of people of all ages in various stages of undress. Answer 21. Worked at a gym for years. Late high school and all through college. I've seen it all. The gym I worked at supplied shampoo and body wash. They would get refilled daily. We started having someone put their turds, yes shit, in the shampoo bottles. It was disgusting. I'm working the front counter one evening with 2 others and our janitor hanging out. Slow night. A guy walks in, he has some stuff in his arms, scans in and grabs a few small and large towels. As he walks around the corner, me and the janitor see something fall, and he kicks it away, then hurries away to the men's locker room. I said, "What was that?" "Nat," the janitor yells out. "I know what it is! It's shit! That is shit!" Sure enough, it was shit. He got kicked out. Answer 22. Worked part-time at a gym for a couple years during college. It was like watching Tinder in real life or some kind of reality TV show for married people to hook up. Also, every trainer, I mean literally every trainer was sleeping with some married woman at some point in time. During the day hours, gym was dominated by women. Kids at school, husband at work, and on the prowl LOL. After working hours, it shifted to male dominate, preying on the few females LOL. Weekends were really the only normal time it wasn't a meat market. Of course, majority were there just to work out, but so many shenanigans and stories. We all knew who was there to hook up and who was there to work out. Answer 23. There is a guy at the gym I am currently typing this from who gets on a treadmill and sings heavy metal vocals while jogging. I usually listen to music so it doesn't bother me, but I can hear him while I warm up. He has been told to stop because some people get uncomfortable, and he will stop for a week or so and then start again. I've recognized some of the songs he sings. I just assumed he is in a band and trying to improve his cardio while singing. Answer 24. There's a guy who goes to the gym I go to. He's big and wears either a fishnet top cyclist shorts, looking bottoms but it's a onesie, could potentially resemble a fetish outfit, or a gladiator-style lycra onesie with his nipples out. He seems to use the bench press exclusively, but will put his resistance bands on a piece of equipment on the other side of the gym. He will do a few reps, then huff and puff walking to the other side of the gym, and then use the resistance bands while still huffing and puffing. Not sure how strange it is compared to other stories, but he has a very off-putting demeanor. Answer 25. When I was in the army, there was a dude who was using those half-ball things to do core exercises. Whatever, cool. Then he pulls out a duck, what we call the fake rifles, only this was a pistol. And he was doing like half planks and all sorts of other weird things that I had no idea what it was working out while pointing this thing. This predates John Wick, but dude thought he was John Wick or something. I used to have pics, but they've been lost to the sands of time. Answer 26. Dude does laps around the entire gym instead of walking on the treadmill. Another guy wears highlight-colored clothing and squats massive weight with terrible form. Probably pretty standard. My favorite, though, is this guy who owns a, I kid you not, pirate-themed taxi company. He brings his phone into the sauna and typically answers 3 to 5 calls in the 20 minutes or so I am in there. Arrgh, matey, this is Pirate Taxi Company, how can we help you? Or some pirate-themed greeting like that. Probably seen that dude 20 to 25 times in the 10 years I've been there. As soon as he leaves, the rest of the sauna always cracks TF up. Have seen people get pissed and yell at him after a few calls as well. Rightfully so, it's annoying as fuck, but also hilarious. Answer 27. My last gym had the cardio area just around the corner from the free weights. It's an independently owned gym. It's owned by a middle-aged married couple. They don't particularly work weekends and leave it to staff to keep things ticking over. Downside is the staff are approximately aged between 17 and 20, which means they don't particularly enforce gym rules and etiquette. As a result, there will be an influx of teenagers using the gym on weekends, and they tend to mess around with impunity. And the gym bros will walk around topless. So I'm on a treadmill, not particularly having a workout, more like just getting my steps in, and this gym bro, every 5 minutes, will stand in the entrance to the cardio area, flex pose, and strut around, and then go back to the free weights. He did this about a dozen times. There was only me and an obese, middle-aged Muslim fella in there. I don't know if he was showing off or trying to intimidate us, but it was weird. That was the nail in the coffin for me. I came in the following day and canceled my membership. Answer 28. Older guy at my old gym used to come for an hour a day and sit on an exercise bike, not moving, just watching TV. His wife made him go to the gym and she'd drop him off and pick him up. He was grumpy that she was trying to get him to lose weight, so he agreed to it but refused to exercise while he was there.
That was enough for today, Cosmonaut. I'll wait for you in the next travel.